But whether you're listening on Apple, Spotify, or some audio version, please, I beg you, go on the YouTube. Just give it a watch. You don't have to watch the whole episode. Just give us a minute and a like, please. I beg. A comment would be nice. We need some traffic over there.
Yes.
Because you lot are doing your thing on audio, but
Yeah,
we need some video views. But
support the team.
yes, love and respect.
As always, man.
Let's start the show.
Generational wealth, man.
That's how we're going in. That's how we're starting.
Generational
Is that how we're
wealth.
starting
Man.
this
That's the
one?
only goal for 2023 and beyond, man. It's not about generational wealth. I don't want it, man.
Okay.
I feel you. I actually feel you.
Rich, you've inspired us, man. You've inspired the UK, man. I've seen big conversations about your documentary still.
What? Oh, what on? Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
I still need to watch that.
Took your shit, man. I saw you reposting your own work. I was saying,
Yeah,
bro.
this must have been awkward. No, what did you say? Not one for self-promotion.
I'm not. Like, I've been thinking about this this
Gotta
week.
big up your chest, man.
But sometimes you have to.
Let them know who you are.
Yeah, man. They're not even letting them know who you are. Yeah, but it's like, bro. Like, the Mandem have been running a 10-year joke on.
What
No,
job?
it's not like I
I
don't.
turn it off. Turn it off.
Oh,
Yeah, probably get loud.
and it's not like something I'm not upset about or whatever. But for the longest time, the Mandem would be like, "Oh, Rich can't come. He's working his portfolio." Like Mandem used to say that to me from like 17.
Yeah. Can't
And,
relax on that, man.
I don't know. I feel like with my work here, I don't even know. I don't know if you can call it a funny relationship, but and because my thing is niche, I'm used to people not caring. It sounds like I'm being like, oh, people don't care about me, but that's not what I mean. But I'm like,
Get your shit
bro,
off.
some things are not for everybody, innit? Like I'm receptive enough to think like, oh, people might understand this, they might not understand this, or they'll fuck with this, or they won't fuck with that. And most of the stuff I do, I don't think people are gonna fuck with, and I don't care about it. But
People not gonna fuck with or understand, because in my terms, not fucking with something is.
All right, so let me give you
I don't care about that. Whereas not understand is, what's Rich doing over there? But I don't really get it.
Let me give you an example. Yeah, so this work has been on Channel 4.
Yeah.
It's cooler. It's like it's in the urban scene. It crosses over with
Couple
music.
celeb
There are
contacts.
things. Yeah, there are things that man can relate to. Bro, I work for Channel 4 weekly. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like even like my girl's like, oh, you got to promote yourself more, and I'm like, but I do this stuff all the time. It's almost will be approaching 10 years soon that I've been working for. Like millions and millions of people see my work, but I don't care about it. Like it sounds like,
And I guess there's no issue with like not promoting your daily. Like most men don't say like, oh, the man that works in the call center, he's not.
yeah, like I made 100 calls today. Yeah, it's like,
I hit those KPIs, man.
I think with your work, it's different because it's like creative and it can also spill out of the 9 to 5 or whatever.
yeah.
Shift
And
is.
depending on what client it is, what project, that happens. And this is one of them. I mean, there's other work I've done. I've done like music video stuff that man would probably fuck with, but it's just like, And I don't know. It's when you work in like, I'd say news as opposed to like television, bro. The graphics I make, they go on. They're out every single day I work. Like I remember like the first time I worked for one of these companies, they would be like, "Oh, your thing's on the TV," like, and that becomes you just like, of course that's what's supposed to happen. So I don't really think like sometimes my mum should be watching the news. It happened like randomly. She wanted to know like some presenter's name or something like that. And she saw my name in the credits and she took a picture and she sent it to me.
Man.
And like that stuff's nice, but it's like if you actually pre-ed properly, you'd see it there bare regular. So it's like I've got a funny.
Alright, cuz.
Pay attention. I've been.
If you didn't know,
It's not a stunt, but it's just like I'm just proper not. I've been okay with people not caring about my thing, and I'm fine with that.
okay.
And because I don't care about everyone's thing as well. Like it's just the reality. Some things there's gonna be crossover. Some things there's not. And when this opportunity comes up, sometimes I'll share it. I need to share it more. That's like probably my early New Year's resolution.
I
Is
said, "Raw, Rich, who's forced him? You got an agent now or something like?"
Yeah. You know what? When I saw the post, I had to double take at the out of the username.
Do you know what? I wanted to share it before. But there was like, what's the word?
Embargo.
NDAs and that.
I didn't have to sign no NDAs, but
Confidential.
there was like, you can only share, you was originally only supposed to share stuff that Channel 4 released.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I wasn't, and this is the frustrating thing about my work, I was never on set. So it's like I'm not there in any of the pictures and that. So I had to kind of get the right one. But Dame happened to post the right one. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it, man. It's go time.
No, it's good, man.
So
and yeah, I've seen a few conversations, I guess spinning off or spurring from the, what do you call it, documentary?
yeah, it's a short doc.
Short doc. And yeah, one of them was about like generational wealth.
It's such a buzzword, isn't it? But you said you seem you're inspired. Like,
No, it makes sense, isn't it? Like,
what do you mean? Tell me more.
It's like it's not about just like living for now.
For one lifetime. Almost.
Yeah, you want to kind of push it as far as you can, and yeah, it is very buzzwordy, but it's like it makes sense, man.
No, it does.
It makes a lot of sense.
The premiere, it was the weird premiere, was yesterday. I did post this as well because that's my thing now. I'm post up. I'm inside.
Come on,
cool
man.
like you, man.
Influencer.
No, yeah, I was at the thing yesterday. It was in it wasn't Soho House. It was Soho Works. And there was some heavy hitters in there, man. And like for a moment, I was
the
like,
best of them, yeah.
I was like, this isn't bad, man.
More of this, man.
So the premiere was weird. That premiere was then because you can see the show. Like people had already seen the show, but we watched it and all of that.
Black people time, innit?
Shout out my dog Healer, man. I'm bare proud of her. I'm actually bare proud. She's up there. She's talking. She's this. She's that. It was bare good to see.
The Q&A.
There was a Q&A. Yeah.
Because Q&As at these things.
Yeah. It was Q&A.
Like,
She wasn't
not an event if they're in a Q&A, man.
No. You need a Q&A. Like,
any time for questions?
but the Q&A was. I guess I had seen the doc in it, so the Q&A was like stuck with me more than actually like just watching the thing and the kind of event. So in the Q&A you had Femi, Nicky Slimting, and you had Tim Campbell. Big Tim. And like that kind of hit me more than anything. Because I was like, bro,
part in this? Like,
Tim Campbell, when he won The Apprentice, the first ever season, the first UK Apprentice, bro, man was like secondary school.
Young
like looking up like, this is my mum. I remember mum being like, that's a good black man kind of thing. Like that's a good role model kind of thing. And I always like, thought, yeah. And it was good to see him like talk real. You know, like we were saying there's some conversations are for not every conversation is for the internet.
He code switched the back.
But he's a master, man. Like the way he's able to talk about things in a real way, but he's mad professional and he was dropping gems like that. That was
any key takeout or anything.
He goes. Yeah,
he had a topic that he was like good on, like
Oh, he was good on everything. Anything they asked him, he had like like some not Q&As, but like you ask someone a question, they give you like 2-word answer. Like it's like he had like it sounds my
good orator.
He had good chat for everything. But one of the takeaways, he said he's got this acronym ICE, like ICE.
Okay.
And he's like, first you have to get income. Then he's saying contacts or connections. These are like the steps you need. Get your income, get some good contacts and connections, and then you have to get equity. He said that's the way we actually build. But it was sick, man.
Missing out on a few of those things. Missing out on a few of those. If not,
he said they got half an eye.
Like just bare dashes. Like got to start filling them in.
But it was sick actually. One of the things somebody asked, Nicky Slimton kind of asked it as well, was like, don't we need to chat about this boss mentality? He said Dame Dash was on. One guy was like, Dame Dash was in that thing. Everyone's got to be a boss. All of this. And he's like, do you believe that to be true? Do you believe that to be true?
Someone asked this question.
Yeah, somebody asked this question. He was like, no. And we've spoke about this on pod before. He's like, no. He's like, we often like talk about like millionaires and generational wealth. And he's like, Tim himself was like, pair of my friends that are millionaires, they work 9 to 5.
They're workers, bro.
They work 9 to 5. Like, it's not. He's like, you don't have to be a boss, and he's like, it's like you are a boss, but it's like more. You have to redefine what a boss is. Like, you can be the boss of your yard. Are you taking care of your family? Are you're a boss then? But it's like you're working for someone.
Man, just want to say like, I
own it.
Workers
and it's like it's different, man. You can get there any way you want, really.
Yeah, I'm cool about the title, man.
But that got me like, I was fired up still.
Okay,
fired up.
It's good. It's
very good, man.
So good to see. We're gonna see more posts from you. Weekly, monthly, bi-weekly.
I don't know about that. We'll see, man. It's just I do want
a day in the life. I want to see a day in the life.
Do you really
Oh,
want to
do
I
like
want to
a
see. I
thing.
want to see a day in the life.
Like a TikTok. You know the TikTok things?
What's that?
Where like Mika Richards has probably done it before for like match of the day.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
like turn up.
Yeah,
hello
yeah.
to the security man. Oh, this is the it's the green room man. We're watching
No,
all the
I want to
games.
see. I want to see it. So
I'm like, if you looked at my post, you'll see me like I'll be walking around. You see it, and you'll see like Channel 4 logo. And I'll just see it.
like
I've done that stuff like that
to your
before.
point of either people not caring or not taking an interest, that will get people
Yeah, but
interested
this
in.
is the thing, though.
But then I guess it's
don't-
whether you want to put yourself as not a celebrity, but like the person of interest rather than your work is.
So that is, as I said, that's kind of my goal for next year. We're starting early. But it's a funny one, especially because like bare people ask you for stuff, and I don't really want that, but I do want what I'm calling like creative clout. I want to be in better rooms or people to know me more creatively, but
Connections, the
I don't
scene.
want. It sounds rude, but I don't want meaty work.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's-
that's
it's-
fair.
the point isn't
you have
that.
to, and people have to understand, what your goal is. Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
here
yeah,
to.
yeah.
Be
Like, I don't
everyone's
want man
graphic
DMing me,
designer.
like,
Can
unless-
you come and shoot my video?
I don't want that
yeah,
kind of
in
stuff
the-
because
in the park
that feels backwards. Because that's how it started,
with
man.
bare
And
star dog in the air. Like,
I don't want any of that kind of
we
work.
are past that. Man. I'm telling you.
But yeah, that's a goal.
straight because the things just hit. Rich, why was the scene all lean up?
Yeah,
cuz?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking-
we don't,
Contact
we're
high,
past
fam.
that, man. But yeah, I think.
But yeah,
I'm
I don't know
here for
about
it, man.
a day in the life, but
Fam, run
I'll
a
try
day in the
something
life,
out,
fam.
man.
I'll
just
just
see.
day in the life.
I'll tune in, fam.
designer, fam.
Fam, it's boring, fam. That's
Yeah, we kind of shit.
shit like
Just clicking a mouse.
you don't like. It's not it. But no, there are ways you can do it. But
Yeah, and you're a master of making it look good. I've always
Yeah.
said that about whatever we do. Like, just make
You
it
think?
look more than it is. Like, you can do things to make things seem.
true. I
Bigger,
guess that is
better.
kind of the job.
That's
More
what
exciting.
this stuff is, though.
Uh-huh.
Most of it is just making
It's
it
just
seem,
marketing,
yeah.
bro. It's
No one's day in the life
marketing
is
and
that
branding.
exciting. If you wrote it out, you'd be like, what? But you'd show, say hi to the security man, going to get a coffee, but the coffee machine's broken, so I got to go pray and get that. It's just, you're making a story out of things that aren't a story in your actual day to day.
Yeah, fair. Maybe you might see that next year.
Yeah,
We'll see what we can do.
Or if you know something
Watch this
big
space,
is coming up,
I gotta get a good day in it.
yeah, then you just think, right, yeah, I'm gonna
like election
yeah.
day or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I posted
woke
some of that
up
stuff
at 6 a.m. Still
Yeah.
tired.
Hit the
Breakfast,
train home.
porridge and berries.
Do it all again tomorrow. Alright, man. Me
Peace,
and Les could
world.
be your social media.
Hey, I might.
Come on, fam.
Be a
Keep-
boss.
keep it in
We're
the
your,
fam.
we're your workers.
Once I get some equity,
Let me get that equity.
I'll
man.
sort you boys out.
Yeah.
And yeah, for people that don't know, what is the documentary called?
It's called Rap to Riches on all 4. It's available right now. Just a half-hour doc. They were talking about there maybe being some more because apparently Femi was saying like bare people hit him up saying I do better
I need
things.
to
Like,
speak.
I could've-
Yeah.
and I'm here for that. I guess they'll need the same graphics. So so yeah, no, we'll see,
What
man.
it's about, man. That's
But
what it's about.
yeah, rap to Riches on all 4. Check it out.
Love it, man.
Cold.
Love it. Away from that, everyone's week's been good, bad, indifferent. Clocks
Bit-
went back and all that stuff.
Yeah, clocks went back.
On the depths.
I think the Monday, like the first 2 days, was a bit.
Yeah, it was tough.
Weirdly, it was. Usually, it's the other way around, but yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, it's just
The
and
extra
I-
hour got man groggy in the morning.
a little bit. And I was saying to these man, I was thinking, I don't even feel like it makes a difference these days.
Uh-huh.
Like I think the
Saying
Monday,
tired is tired.
I'm tired as
Tired,
tired, fam.
yeah,
Monday,
yeah,
I think the
yeah.
Monday or
Can't
the
fight it,
Tuesday, at like 4:35, 5:30, it was like dark again.
Yeah.
Almost like the clocks didn't even.
You get that's what you get. You get the light in the morning now, isn't it?
Yeah, for like a bit.
But-
and
but-
then
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
closer to-
bosses, man.
But yeah, indifferent, really, to be honest. Yeah, nothing. Weather's not been too great.
Yeah.
I think it's rained most of this week.
Yeah, it's been a
Mad
wet one
wind.
still.
Cheeky
Mad
downpours
rain.
still, yeah.
Yeah, very cheeky
Some
downpour.
very
Yeah.
cheeky downpours have been.
But yeah, no.
Like,
Other than that, yeah, nothing exciting. The most exciting thing was trying to jumpstart a car this morning, but
Did you get it started?
I didn't, man. I didn't. But you know, when it's one of them ones where you think, right, I'm gonna go sort this out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
go-
need to come back in the house.
Yeah.
It's
She was
solved.
like, "Oh, do you need any help?" I was like, "Nah, me.
You got this.
I got this. It's raining outside."
Let's put on his
but-
jumps.
Yeah.
Hits up
Whole
YouTube.
boiler.
Yeah,
How do you jump
So where the car with the flat batteries parked is in a weird. It's basically not. It's like safe. It's kind of like facing a path, and you can't get to the other side of the path. So I've had to like put the handbrake down, like push it out, get it into us.
One like half out.
But I think I went too far, so I locked it.
Steering's too heavy.
So it was locked in, going in like one direction. So they managed to get to a space. Then I got my car, put it in front, sorting stuff out. Then some guys like, I need to get to my garage. But then like as I'm doing it,
now, you know.
I was
I
like,
thought he was
what?
gonna jump in and say, let's another handyman.
He didn't give a shit. So then he was. So I was thinking, I was like, now, and he was like, yeah. So then he's gone. But then he's like, instead of like opening the garage, like he can do all of these things while I get in the car and move it. But he's chatting to me saying, is the battery flat? Nah, I'm just here.
I'm just ramping
testing
for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Then he was like, which car? And I was just like, just get your stuff and
please.
move. So then he ended up moving, did the whole thing, the connecting, all of that stuff. But then it like waited for a bit and the other car still weren't starting. So I left it for a little bit longer, still weren't starting, then just fucking thought, I got to pack this up and then
It was only
just
so long.
go back inside and admit defeat.
You just got to blame it on like, it's
Yeah.
It's a real problem.
Yeah. I think, you're going to need a new
specialist.
battery, some new tires and all of that.
Oh, fair. Can't win them all, man.
Nah.
You cannot.
Can't win them all, man. I'd say my week was so. I'll be honest. The takeoff news like rocked me a bit.
Rattled me.
Yeah.
It was out of nowhere.
When was that now?
Tuesday morning, possibly.
I think that's probably right. Yeah.
And I'll be honest. I was like, this is fucked up.
It upset me. I mean, most deaths are upsetting. Period, isn't it? It's obviously the manner, but it's just like mad unexpected. It's like it's different, of course, but it kind of hit me in the same way when we found out Chadwick Boseman died.
Yeah.
Just like what?
Or like the Virgil. Yeah.
It's just like you never knew any. Like I guess this is different because it's a murder. I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just like that sudden that gone. Man's just gone.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're in 2022, so there's footage and there's this and that, and I don't want to see any of that ever. Like, I think it's weird that people pull out their phones in situations that aren't death.
Yeah. There's other situations that are weird. Yeah.
But I'll
never
understand it.
I beg we don't do that, man. There are a lot of things that need addressing in the culture.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
I think, it's one thing recording a video, then posting it, and then other people reposting it or sharing it or liking it or whatever. I think for me, that's weird.
Yeah, and I guess it's not just like on individuals. I think there's like, there's currency in it as well in sharing these things. It's like people want to be first, and then I guess platforms like the TMZs of the world, like they're sharing stuff like that, and it's kind of like this is semi-acceptable. It's like how things are. Not that's how it should be.
Yeah, just because it's how it is.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's right.
Right.
Yeah. And then I think like individuals are now following suit because they want the views, which won't be monetized. Like,
bro, we need to think.
We
need to think more, man.
It's a mess.
You want to be known for that, or like I was the one that,
and it's fleeting. Like next week though,
within 24 hours.
If that, like, no one's ever gonna be like, oh, you were the first.
Oh yeah, it was him that.
Yeah.
Cool, man. No one's following you.
You still gotta go.
You get some
job.
retweets. Like,
yeah.
I think we just gotta hold ourselves to high standards, man. You need more than that for yourself. Like,
but
that's
you say
that's
we
your claim
need
to fame.
to hold ourselves to higher standards. I've seen like a lot of debate, and people, and one of the like themes is like which other genre loses its stars in like such a frequent manner. And
I guess previously,
I can't think of one right
the
now.
only one I could compare it to is like a rock and roll, where there was heavy drug culture.
Yeah, suicides
and suicides,
ODs,
ODs and stuff like that. But again, I think that's different still. It's different,
Can't
man.
compare it.
It's different. Getting, like, I guess that's pain, isn't it? But I guess you could argue it's all pain. But getting wigged, like getting shot over some foolishness
bystander,
that you weren't even directly involved with. You just hope you like to think that it's almost like the Nipsey thing a bit as well. Like, as much as man are street and road and all this, you like to think that surely you're kind of protected from that. And it's just sad, man.
It's beyond sad.
sad.
I was speaking with Mike and F yesterday, and saying like multi-millionaires, like household names, you're still not like safe from bullshit, which I guess you worked and grafted to get away from.
Yeah.
Like you still. Oh, and is there also like an allure where you are like that rich, famous, but for some reason, like to maintain, I'm not sure, clout, credence, credibility, you still need to be in touch with these things. Like it's fucked,
I think
man.
so.
I think we struggle with that more than any other culture.
And I think it's almost it's where you're from. It's what you know. It's what you've known that lifestyle longer than you've been rich. So
It's familiar.
It's familiar. The people more of the people you know and trust are probably still within that environment than your multimillionaire friends or the people you know in the industry and etc. So I think the allure is, sometimes it's unfortunate that that's all you have to go back to. But I think there needs to be more of an effort to just not cut it off, but just don't be in and around it if you can help it.
I get why people do want to be in those environments, though. When you've made all this money and stuff, you could almost say, this is a what do they call it? A hot take.
Go off.
It's almost, being rich is almost like anti-black. Like once you get to a certain amount of money, you're not going to be around the people that you came up with. You might be around some other black people, but the majority of those people aren't going to be like the people you came up with.
Same,
you know what I'm saying?
similar experience.
That is a crazy take.
Similar
it's
needs, interests.
I hear what you're saying, though.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's so I can understand that pull to be like, nah, man's still. I've grown, but I'm still the same. I'm still me. I can still come ends. I can still this. I can still that. But we were talking about this before her pod. You got to weigh up the costs, man. And is that shit worth your life?
Never. Yeah, the answer is never, innit?
And I guess you don't think it's going to be worth your life. You don't think.
No, you don't go to the
and this does sound like it was an accident, innit? It wasn't a hit.
Yeah.
But then even with P&B, like,
it's all too common, man.
I get. I say that to say I think we have that more than anybody else. You get rich in an Indian family. I don't think anyone's looking at you like, you ain't Indian no more.
Yeah,
it's like the OJ thing. It's like, I ain't black, I'm OJ. Why? Because you're rich. You ain't black anymore.
That's mad.
Like, deep that. I beg, deep that. It's fucked.
It's fucked, man.
So I think that's how people get themselves in a lot of those kind of situations. But maybe the saddest thing for me, not the saddest thing, but one of the things that kind of hit me in the situation, I didn't know that Quavo was Takeoff's uncle.
Yeah. Blood uncle, yeah.
I saw a picture of them two, like,
when they were young.
That hit, innit? That, bro, it's bare sad. I think it's like, he's probably like, like a hood uncle, innit? As opposed to like, but that's
no, they're blood, innit?
Yeah, no, I mean, no. I mean,
but,
I think they're blood.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, when the man are close in age, or your uncle's
younger
than you.
Your dad had a young kid.
Yeah, you know how it goes. We know how it goes. But
your uncle's younger than you. That's very common.
When I was young, I used to be so confused. I'd be like,
bro? He's a baby. You got to address him correctly.
So he's your uncle,
but why is he
he's
younger?
7? Like, I couldn't wrap my head around it.
How?
But yeah, when that hit me, and to think like, oh, Ross, so he's got to go to Takeoff's mum, and say, and it sounds like it happened because of Quavo. Like I was just like, I don't ever want to be in anything like that, like close,
yeah.
like
You need
that kind of
all
explaining
the
that.
support, boy, that you can get. Yeah, but I was saying to them, man, I'll wash my hands of it all. You know,
What do you mean?
I'd fade to black.
Oh, just disappear. We're done. Everything.
Yeah.
Game over.
It's off. Lights.
What
everything.
after this or just in in general?
Forever. Like if I was Quavo, I'd probably just be like, yeah, I'm done with this, man. Like it's.
Oh, if you were Quavo, okay.
It's done, man. Yeah. Like there's no. Like what's the worth? Like and there's nothing. Like all these riches, all this success, all the hard work, to still just like your whole life. Well, Takeoff's life be taken. Your whole life just ruined because that's your guy. Like that's your.
It's your nephew.
Your bandmate.
So,
Yeah.
That's
I'd be like, I'm done with it all, man.
That's hard, man.
Yeah, I'd turn the lights off.
That's hard. One, I guess. I want to say one, but I guess one positive that kind of came through that from this story was I was like, I'm playing the fucking Migos, and I don't know. I feel like I was for a long time, kind of like, fuck these mumble rappers,
sleeping on
like,
there.
Yeah. But I've rated the Migos for a long time. But I was going back through a lot of the cultures, and I was like, I like these man.
Hits on hits.
Good
Like
music,
like just undeniable. Whether you think these men are good rappers or not, put that shit on.
Yeah.
Your head,
feel away.
You're in that zone. And I was kind of happy to be like raw, because I don't know, you know, like certain artists that you kind of feel like they're like almost younger than me, or they came up kind of after me. Sometimes you don't give them the respect they deserve. Just because, almost like an age thing. Like, oh, these are some little man that we don't think the same.
We're not
and
talking
this
the
and
same.
that.
I know it all, kind of,
But I went back through a bit of their catalog and I was like, yeah, man, the Migos are cold.
Our very own Beatles, man, and
Black Beatles.
yeah, it's a damn shame. But yeah, I think I keep saying that a lot of things need to change, but I don't want to be the cloud. But I don't think much changes, man.
You don't think much changes after this?
Nah.
Like, literally nothing. And I think it's also. So that's the US where it's entrenched, where you got guns and whatnot. That's like a cultural thing. But then I think over here as well, we're starting to see it. There's money in this stuff. So it's attractive for kids that are on the come up. The content of the stuff, man, I'm talking about just becomes more detailed and, I don't know, vicious. And yeah, it's fucked, but I can't see much changing, man. It's a shame, and it primarily affects one demographic.
Yeah. It's a. Nah, I'm never gonna say that.
Yeah, it's a problem, man.
What are you gonna say? No, I'm not saying that. I tell you, man, off air or something.
For the Patreon.
yeah. I'm not saying that.
Goodness me.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no. To Dan's point, yeah, I don't see it changing.
We have to see something.
We've been saying that. How long have we been?
That's been. It's like this is
topic of conversation.
50th rapper.
It's not gonna happen. It won't. And that's me saying that. Like, I used to think, oh, maybe one day it will change. Like you see certain people doing certain things, and you think the narrative is slightly now changing because people are saying different things. Then a bunch of shit happens. Then you just think, yeah, this isn't gonna change. So this is me saying it as the belief's not there anymore. I just think this is just,
I think,
a way that a certain group of people unfortunately live. It's embedded in the mentality, the lifestyle.
It's cyclical, isn't it? It's been happening for a good amount of time now.
And the benefits that come, unfortunately, with having lived this lifestyle, it will never stop people from wanting to share it or continue this lifestyle.
So I'm going to agree with you in that I think it's not going to change for a particular group or class. I do think, though, what we're going to see and what we're kind of seeing is the other route, like the fork in the road, where you've got your J's, your Diddy's, you've got another group of black man, rappers, entertainers that are saying, we're going to do it a bit differently. Or like, this is just an alternate win, if you like.
Yeah.
And then I don't think that's ever going to disappear, but I think there will be an expanding other side. And I just hope that they get their numbers up basically.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't. It's a hard thing, man.
It's
a hard thing to get rid of.
It's a damn shame.
Rest in peace, Takeoff, man.
Yeah. So mad. What else was on the menu this week?
Her loss. Anyone taking it in? Listen.
Yeah,
to it?
spun it, man. Spun it.
I only spent it this morning.
I heard it. Yeah, yesterday in part. I spun the first part. I was like, I think I said it to Les earlier. The music sounds a little bit like the way that them man are dressing at the moment.
Say more.
In like it's a bit off key, like it's not really making too much sense. So I was like, oh, this is okay, innit? This is okay. It was reminding me of like the Drake and Future kind of sound.
Oh really?
On the album,
Yeah, that joint album.
Time to Be Alive.
Yes.
What Time to Be
What
I
Alive?
was
Time to Be
like, it's
Alive.
just a bit heavy.
Mm.
Maybe it was too early in the day, but then I jumped onto the mid to latter stage of the album, and I was liking it, man. Liked it. That Middle of the Ocean tune is
Insane.
a bit of a joke. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably the same, to be honest. Yeah, I was listening to it while I was working yesterday in the middle of the day, and I thought the first half, I was like, I don't know, man. If this is the whole, I think it's 16 tracks or something like that. I think if it's this the entire way, it felt like weird. It felt like alternative rap, but not the genre of alternative rap. If that makes sense. And funny you said that. It sounded like the way them man are dressing. When I think back to more so the first half of the album, you get that, and that makes sense. But yeah, then the middle to last part of the album, I think it's more Drake. So I think I'm more into listening to that, where I think he's rapping more. First half, I think it's just like on hooks and doing melodies and stuff. But overall, I think a lot of these projects, for me anyway, there's 5 songs, and that's me pushing it, that you'll take away and you'll listen to. But in terms of this is a cold album, tape, whatever you want to call it, I'm like this is just a throwaway. This is throwaway music.
It's just more music, innit? Yeah.
I've only, I won't even say one spin in. I'm half a spin in. Listening to it on my drive here, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I've
I wouldn't
20
have you down as the I don't know, flag bearer of her loss. Yeah.
I like 21's like, he's low key my favorite rapper that I don't listen to enough.
Yeah,
Like when I hear him, and he's,
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I feel like he's fairly basic, but his basic bangs. Like it just, I don't know. There's a pocket there, and I feel like he hits that kind of that spot.
Yeah.
I like them two together. I like 21 on a lot of features. I think I said to you lot from before.
Rapping with J.
I would love to hear
yeah.
a J. Cole 21 collab album. I still want to hear that. I think that would be very, very interesting. That being said, I do like Drake and 21 together. I ain't got no problems. I need to spin the rest of it to give you like my full
Would
review.
you prefer, or do you not prefer this to Drake and Future?
As I said, half has been through.
Like, would you, if you had to
I
choose,
prefer this.
would you prefer to listen to the rest of your life? Would you prefer to listen to 21 and Drake or 21 and Future?
I'd say 21 and Drake.
I'm gonna say 21 and Drake too.
You're probably at there right now. I don't know if it's recency bias, but yeah. I
perhaps.
don't really want to hear Drake and Future again.
That
As it
album
stands.
wasn't one. That was a fly throwaway or whatever.
They only had the one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time
but
to Be
there-
Alive.
so many tunes together in it.
Yeah.
What tune do you remember from that album? There's one tune that I can remember.
One tune I hate is Jumpman.
Jumpman's the only tune I remember.
Hate it.
Digital Dash is the best tune on there.
Is that
Digital
that's on there?
Dash.
Is it? I think it's on there. Is it on there?
I think Digital Dash is on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumpman. Yeah,
Horrible.
That's the only one I
horrible.
remember.
Tiger music. That's music.
Tiger.
You hear that in like hear that in a provincial town.
Yeah.
On a random night out.
Tiger. That is a throwback.
Yeah. No, for me, it's definitely. Yeah. It's
In
definitely.
Warsaw.
It's definitely Drake and 21 that I'm preferring. What Time to Be Alive was good, but I think it was good for then, and I think that's what these albums are. They're good for the time that they come out. Anything past that, you reference it, but it's not.
I don't
remember.
think they're trying to. Yeah, they're not trying to make timeless music.
It's not classic.
No.
That's fast food. Did you like the rollout thing that they did? The fake rollout?
What was the fake rollout?
I didn't tune into too much. I only found out it was a sort of a fake thing yesterday. Actually, I think they did a fake Howard Stern
interview and see Drake talking is
with Howard Stern.
I did. I've not listened to it.
But
I don't want to listen to it.
It's horrible.
So
what's your favorite porn category?
Yeah, because that's what Howard Stern.
It's like top. Straight top, like
it sounds odd.
It's horrible, but yeah, they did that. They did
Vogue. That's
fake cover of Vogue.
Fake cover of Vogue.
So what they're releasing, they're posting this on their socials.
And then they did a fake Tiny Desk NPR
as well.
Someone said that. Oh, they got a Tiny Desk, and I was like,
yeah, cousin. Yeah.
In my head, I thought Drake. I thought Drake was never doing that. But the point was to take the piss out of album rollouts.
How it's very scripted and just the same. I get it.
Which I hear. I can see the frustration.
Well, I guess people do need to do. Not everyone is as big as Drake.
Yeah, of course. When you're in that position, you're like, oh, fuck all this. I just drop. You know what I mean? No, I totally get.
I didn't even know it was coming out yesterday on Friday.
They pushed it back a week, and I think A Boogie. With the hoodie, he was supposed to release his album yesterday, but he said, I'm moving it to December. He said he's just getting out the way.
Yeah, get all the way out.
Makes sense.
I feel funny about the getting out the way thing.
Get out the way, man.
Because there's a lot of it's tactical, obviously, and it makes sense to kind of get out the way of certain artists. But at the same time, if I've got a date, that's my date.
Until
it's not your day, bro.
Artist, yeah.
But then who gives a fuck if Drake's releasing or Drake and 21 are releasing on the same day?
I feel like
it will take away. Don't get twisted. It's going to take away from anyone listening to your album. So I guess you want to maximize the listens or streams or whatever it might be.
As many,
focused,
listeners.
But I guess as
no distractions.
On the ego level, I'm a bit like, fuck.
I was here first.
Yeah, like, get out of here, man.
Yeah, I would feel like, I don't know, like with like series or whatever, I'll be like, well, I'll watch this one first, and then I'll get to that one. But with music, I feel like because so much of it is released, you can miss it.
Yeah,
just be like, oh, I just never got around to it.
And it tends to, I think, music more so than like a TV series is very current in the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think if you don't listen to it now, you can listen to it whenever you want.
Yeah,
but if you listen to it in a month's time, the majority of us are onto something else. Someone else has dropped an album, 2 albums are dropped in that time. We're talking about something else. Like,
yeah. It's tough.
Gone with the wind, fam.
Yeah,
it's tough. Fast food,
man. And I was seeing, I think on the Howard Stern thing, I think 21 said I don't think he actually says it, but I think he implies it that he's the best.
That's part
rapper
of it as well.
in the
That
UK.
was part of it as well. They were saying,
that was funny.
This is what they're just little points. Points. So man like us.
I thought that was funny.
I
thought that was funny.
I respect it.
Any truth to what he's saying? Or?
No, he's not the best rapper in the UK.
No,
he's not in the UK. He's not the UK's best rapper.
He says one of the bars is, what is it? I still need to see Arsenal win the Premier League.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's got old school, Arsenal picking Arsenal team. Yeah. JVC joint.
Shouting out like Angel Town in Brixton, like.
Oh, on this album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy he's connected with his roots.
Yeah, it was real. All those stories.
Yeah,
they were.
The one thing I do like about the rollout thing is seeing, I guess, someone like 21 who I think Drake is acting past and just some of the things he's done. He's more comedic side we're aware of, but I like seeing someone like 21 who he isn't from that, and his lifestyle sounds like it's completely the opposite to what Drake's is and was. So seeing someone like him adopt that
relax a little bit
comedic side, got the jokes, like he's like kind of like deadpan funny. So I like seeing that side. That side of him.
I think that's one of the reasons I like 21. I've listened to like his interviews, his breakfast clubs and whatnot, and he's real. You know, like he's on some. He was on some street shit. But he's not mincing words. He's saying how he feels, and I guess that's very different from the 21 we first heard. Like you just think this guy's he's in the streets, like.
Yeah.
But then when you hear a man talk and you hear a man say, "Oh, this made me feel that way,"
him talking about his children and stuff.
It was kind of that. It's funny you say that, Dan. Cole, I don't know if it was in an interview or maybe it was on one of the tracks, and he's like,
studio.
"Yeah, I had to. I come.
Studio.
I went studio, and he was with his kids, and I was like,
that's a real nigga.
That for me, that just made me say, you know what, I'm gonna take this guy in, and I'll be honest, for me, he hasn't failed. He's hit.
Yeah. I think I get the same feeling with Lil Baby as well.
Yeah, I like
I've seen him popping up.
I need to watch that documentary.
Yeah,
Amazon.
same. I still need to spin that.
I think he's in the new Call of Duty ad with, I think Nicki Minaj is in it as well, and some other people.
That's cold.
Like them just doing
things away from
and
things which might seem awkward. Or like the comedic side.
I've seen like
being
him
a nerd,
like TikToks like dancing like backstage or doing like things that Lil Baby.
Oh, sorry,
I think he's going on stage with someone or some opening act in there doing. There's a dance to her song, and she's like teaching him the dance, but the steps are like awkward. But it's like it's on beat, he doesn't. It seems like he doesn't really care too much. So it's always good to kind of see them do and be slightly different than
it's because
always guns and all that.
I hate seeing. I think probably this might be like unanimous for me. For every person, animal, anything, I need to see multiple dimensions.
Yeah,
like, you can't just be one thing. You're just going to be one thing. Like, that's not real to me. So like seeing that it makes me just
I guess
like,
a lot of people aren't. You're not afforded the luxury of being able to relax and be vulnerable and like and I guess with hip hop itself, there's just so much like machismo, like the gotta be a man, can't dance, you gotta have your gun on you, you gotta have shoot up, you can't be in love, like
and even when certain men do it and it's awkward, I'm still here for it. Like when you've seen Meek do backflips and he's bare wooden and all of that,
there was
awkward, isn't it? Like,
there was I came across
awkward.
a thread of, I can't remember what the thread was titled, but it was basically like Meek Mill doing awkward Meek Mill doing awkward things.
Yeah.
And it's just all of that. The funniest one is, I think he's at a basketball game backstage. And you know they've got like the long
thing.
Yeah. Fam, the
running, bro. Like, it's just
the flip is so stiff.
Like, but no, I'm here for more of that. That's
one
of the
more
things
of
I
that
like.
hip hop, man. More of that.
Seeing more of that shit.
Yeah,
I think that's like, I feel like the YouTubers kind of pass man on like their personalities in a way.
Just being weird.
That sells, isn't it? Like, just being yourself. We need to speak about something, boys. We had a someone reach out to us. We're gonna keep him fairly anonymous.
Viewer, man. Low viewer, subscriber, supporter.
One of the Mandem online. We're gonna give him the alias DJ when because we don't keep a bit of anonymity. And he hit us up. He said, "They're Agony Uncles." We need something. I didn't say that, but he said he needs our perspective on a particular situation. So I'll read the email. He says, "Hey guys, the finest woman I've ever seen has recently been giving me the eyes at our uni gym.
It's a big claim, that.
However, I don't know how to approach without making her feel uncomfortable. Best I could think of is passing her a note. Would appreciate your advice. Also, love from Toronto." So hold tight to 6 and that, man.
Peace, King.
6.
Yeah, boys. What are you? Because we've spoken about. I think we've got like a short or something on this about telling man not to shoot their shot in the gym. I'm sure we have.
Oh, have we?
I'm sure we should. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I'll insert it.
Wasn't it when it was based on the guy who, I don't know, inserted himself into the woman's workout?
It's perfect. Yeah. You know, the one who came with the mat.
Yeah, like
that guy.
Trying to
I wasn't sure where that sentence
Oh
was
no,
going.
yeah. In the open gym. Good God.
Man just slipped the mat underneath.
It's a tough one. In 2022, it's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know how things are in Canada. I would assume they're more techie than they are here, though.
You think?
I would assume. I think so. Yeah.
I like that he said he wanted to do it and not make her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So he is aware of how these things can be received doesn't want to come off as a creep.
You got to be receptive.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It's a good base to start.
Thinking about it.
Read the room.
How do you approach it in the gym? Would you do a note? I don't know if I do a note, you know.
No, I think
I'm gonna categorically say don't do the note.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I don't know what the answer is yet, but don't do the note.
I think a note can come across. It. Do you know what? It kind of depends. No. I think it doesn't even matter what kind of guy you are. I think it's gonna come across. It's old school and it's sweet and all of that, but I think in today's day and age, I think it could come across a bit creepy.
And how do you get the note to her?
Yeah, because what, you're just gonna hand it to her
and walk away?
Walk away?
Because if you
Back
get
to
that
the
close, you might as well just do the old school approach.
Yeah.
I think this may work. I think one thing I've noticed in the gym, if you're there regularly with the same people,
there's a community, man.
There's a familiarity, and you can kind of say hi. You're right, like just give her a nod or whatever, and you can build that up, and that's safe in my opinion. That's non-creepy.
Yeah.
That's just like, I see you here every day. Hello. That's it. Maybe do that for a little while
and I guess judge the reception.
Test the temperature. See if it feels like there's potentially something there.
Because there's already, sorry to cut you off, there's already something there because he said she's been giving him the eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, test the temperature, I think, a little bit. And then I would say if you're reading it correctly and the temperature is warm, I would say like at the end of a gym session or something, because there's nothing worse. I don't know if you're going gym in the morning or like, so she may be in a rush and all of that. You don't want to hold that up, and that will just, I think, fuck up the base. But I think you could possibly have a word outside the gym or like by the doors or something like that on your way out. But I think
so. You've got an exit strategy.
Yeah, you can both escape
in case you need to pull the fire.
You don't want to do that at the start, and then it's awkward and
bumping into each other.
Yeah, or you using that.
How many more you got left? Can I jump in?
We don't need that kind of situation. So, yeah, my advice would be to test the temperature first and foremost. Maybe hit us back up and let us know. Let us know what. Give us it in Celsius though, because we don't fuck with that. Let us know what the temperature's saying, and maybe we can advise from there. I guess.
Yeah, man.
You anything to add, boys?
No, I'd agree. I'd just maintain. Don't come across as creepy. Like, you've got the basis of you don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. So you're a good guy to start with. So yeah, maintain that throughout is what I'd say. And yeah, it'd be along the lines of Rich. Yeah, you're a regular. You both see each other around.
Yeah,
you do the universal nod. And then that might even develop into a wave. Distance. Yeah, the long distance thing. From weight, and then that turns into like a hello. And yeah, before you know it,
what are you working
you're
on
with
today?
kids. Yeah.
And I think I don't know what you're on, DJ, but like even do that with Mandem in the gym as well. Like, so you've built it up kind of thing, because it happens in the gym anyway, is what I'm saying. So don't make it like it's just the you and her thing. Like, make it like there's people I know in the gym. I'm a bit of a gym guy. I'm here.
Become that guy. Yeah,
build up the
it's also
kind of create the room.
Yeah, it's also that particular thing. It's also an opportunity to, if you're not, obviously, again, don't make it awkward or weird. But if you don't feel as confident doing it with her, it's obviously very different. But like, test it out with certain people you see
practice
regularly. So be like, yeah, wave man, like, oh, what you training today, or do you mind if I jump in, and blah blah. And yeah, that might help build up the confidence to do so.
100%.
Yeah, what I will say, I guess, and sort of covers it all, is just go approach her. But again, and I was having this conversation with someone yesterday. I think as men doing it in the gym, and probably it might work both ways, but I can't speak another way. It's you have to think about so much for such a simple thing,
and I think that stops a lot of people.
It does, and I think the initial response is go up to her, and if you like her, then say that you like her and whatever. But he has to think about so much before he even gets to that point where he does it, because he's got to think about where it happens, how it happens, what he says,
who's around,
who
can hear, who can, there's a lot, and that could just make your legs lock up.
What do you call it? Paralysis by analysis.
Yeah,
it's a real thing.
Yeah. Don't overthink it too much.
Yeah,
but I think he's in a good place, man, because he's got the basics sorted out. And she's given him the eye, which is a buying signal, for want of a better phrase. So yeah, man.
And wear one of your new gym tops. Don't come with the old fries.
Yeah.
Because that could be she could be digging you, but when that thing hits, time, boy, it can be a bit mad. So maybe be fresh. Be fresh.
Maybe do it on a chest day or
chest day. Just finish your biceps.
Get those
on a
reps
chest
in.
and an arms day, so you're looking a bit top heavy. That is. Well, I was gonna say something. He mentioned the first thing he said was she's the finest woman, the finest woman he's ever seen, or finest woman
I've ever seen.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, finest woman he's ever seen. That's fine if that's your opinion, but I feel like he's put her
in high regard
on a pedestal already.
Yeah.
So he's made her appear somewhat slightly unattainable. I don't know where he ranks himself in the fine rankings, if that's even a thing.
Fine rank. The world, you guys know the world fine ranking.
But he's made her appear like
she's a 10.
Right. So now his approach is you might end up giving yourself paralysis by too much analysis. So just bring it down a bit. However she appears to you, that's entirely up to you, and that's fine if you think she's the finest woman you've ever seen. But then don't approach her as a goddess. I've got to work. Like I've got to come with a 10 out of 10 game plan to win it. Just approach her naturally and have confidence within yourself first and foremost, because if you don't, it will show.
Also, I don't want this to come across creepy, but if you're trying to meet more women in the gym, do more classes. That's all I'd say, because you'll be around them a bit more, and you'll do different exercises and stuff. Like you'll actually probably learn something in the gym as well. But that might be some good advice, I think, because I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think I've ever approached a woman in the gym. Have you lot?
No,
I don't think I've ever done it. But there are people I'll say hello to and stuff like that. Yeah, and that will come from familiarity, from potentially being in a class and stuff like that.
Just organic.
When you move to this girl or whatever girl, or the girl who eventually becomes the one, you want it to kind of be nice, and you want to be loose. You want it to be something you've done.
Like feel like she might not even know that you're playing.
That's how you want it to be.
And she's probably doing the same to you. And you just want it to be like we're just chatting.
Just want it to be smooth, you know. But good luck, man.
Yeah, man.
Good luck, brother. And
Godspeed, man.
Let us know. Let us know how it goes.
We want a Zoom invite to the wedding.
Come on, now we go over there, bro.
To the 6.
That is funny. Anything else? Rich, you posted something earlier in the week, but I did post.
I posted earlier in the week. Is the link not working?
Not for me.
Oh god, it's evaporated. I fucking hate when that shit happens. It must have been removed. There was a link I posted earlier in the week, and it was a clip from Unapologetic, which is another Channel 4 show. Comes on quite late in the evening. I don't think it comes on very regular. I feel like it's like maybe a couple of times a year. With your girl Zizi and Yinka, and they talk about a lot of what
Who's that directed at, by the way?
Your girl. I know. You're just making sure it's not dance. It's like, that's my girl. I know you used to rate Zizi. I don't know. You probably still do rate Zizi.
She's doing her thing,
and she is doing her thing. So I rate both of them, to be fair. But there was a clip. I'm not sure who the girl was. Another black girl talking about. I guess I have to get a title right now. Is the Queen Consort? Is that Camila?
Yes.
That's a technical title now.
Right.
And she was saying that she is. I'll try and find the clip and insert it if it is still.
You tweeted during the Queen's funeral that Camila is actual side chick goals. That's what you tweeted, right?
I sure did.
That got mad. I saw that. It got mad engagement. Everyone was quote tweeting it, retweeting it. What made you say that?
Because she's the ultimate side chick. Like, she won. Like, I think, like, she proves that if you stay in the trenches, you can actually get your guy. And I'm not saying I support it, I'm just observing.
You have been a side chick, right?
I have, back in the day.
And you're married as well now.
I am, yeah.
So basically, you've had the best of both worlds, right?
I've seen all sides. I've been the side, the main, the up, the down. I've been it all.
Wow.
Okay, so
what a career.
So when the CV. So when you was the side chick, did you know he had someone, yeah?
No, I didn't. I didn't know at the time, but then by the time the relationship had developed, feelings were involved, and the moral side of me really wanted to leave, but it's not that easy.
So did you feel guilty? Like, did you think about the other woman? Because I was saying earlier...
If I think... No. I'm joking.
Did you sit down?
Yeah.
Did you care about her feelings?
Yeah, absolutely. I was...
But not enough to stop.
I was thinking more about myself. That's just me being unapologetic, on brand. Do you know what I mean? But, of course, she crossed my mind every now and then, but she wasn't really my concern. I just wanted to know where I fit in this puzzle. And also, it depends on what the guy is saying, right? Because if he's telling you it's over and there's nothing going on and she's obsessed with me, and, like, I wouldn't believe that now at my big age, but back then, you believed them things, like when guys said, oh, the ex is crazy and this, that, and the third. So it wasn't a clean situation all around.
She's cheap. She really hung around. Some things happened
in the winter,
and she was there when the opportunity comes. And one thing,
what is it? Where opportunity meets
preparation?
entrepreneur
Man, always saying it. Where preparation meets opportunity. That's what we call luck. But this girl was kind of saying that it wasn't luck. She was saying it was indeed opportunity meets thing. And she used to be a side chick. And she didn't want to leave when she found out there was a main and that was quite interesting for me. I was like, yeah, that's real because it's honest, isn't it? Like,
it's sad as well.
You're still in love you still really like this person, even though you've fallen for them already. So it's a bit hard to walk away. But one thing that came to mind is that the side chicks always frowned upon. This was like a success story, and I was like, yeah, I do think there is that. I do think hanging around.
There's value in that.
I do think there's value in hanging around.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times.
Yeah,
and around us.
Yeah.
And props to people who can stick it out. I guess it's always worth it once you get your man as a side chick.
But there's also
you may not always.
It's a risk though.
Yeah.
It's a big investment as well. And I think emotionally it's mad.
Oh, emotionally it's mad.
It's tough because you're around. You're getting half of the deal.
You're giving all as well.
Yeah, you're giving your all, but you're getting like half
if you're lucky.
Quarter. That must take its toll, or be like tough to bear. But yeah, I was saying, yeah, if you manage to become queen consort, it's worth it. But it's not always the case, is it?
No. And a question that came to mind, I thought would be worth asking, and I feel like I don't have an answer for myself. Is there a male equivalent? Are there actually sidemen? Or does it just not work the other way around? Are there men that have just waited the thing out?
I'm sure there are. I'm going to say that. I don't know. I can't think of any examples.
I can't think of one.
At the minute, or that I know of. But I'm sure it has to happen.
It's just not as broadcast or publicized, but I think it's probably lesser so, man. Like I don't condone it, but yeah, some people we know have been a man on the side, but with no intention to
become main,
to make it like a permanent deal. Which is quite mad. And I think just from analysis, that's the word of the day. There's something to, and it's like that. It's like a cliche saying, "Well, like you lose them, how you get them," kind of thing. Whereby, like a man or men that we know, this is based on actual research or anecdotal evidence. They probably don't want to commit to a woman who
is stepping out on
her current man, and then because I don't know, there's that idea that that could be me
one day.
But then I think on the flip side, with the side chick or the woman, whatever, there seems to be this feeling that I can turn him.
He's done this.
For me, and he'll never do it again. Like he's gonna love me and everything I am, and we're gonna live happily ever after. But they don't think like, oh, this is like one of maybe his character traits.
This is a red flag.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting,
it's
isn't it?
nuts, yeah. It's just stuff of seen over the years. But that's one like key difference that I've seen in that. Like, yeah, the guy would just be like, no way, like she's treating him like a wassy
could
and
never.
Like, me? That can happen to me.
Man, actually, it's different. I guess. Yeah, women are kind of frowned upon if they're the side chick.
Yeah,
man, rate being the side man to a degree because they can just get. I've come. I know what I want. I know what the deal is,
and
I'm out.
It's crazy.
You're almost. I think the titles. If the male version even has a title like side man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it exists, but I think you're more. I think it's weirdly just a thing.
Yeah,
Whereas I think with women, it's you're this label. This is what you in the standings of this thing. This is your role. Whereas for men, it's like
I've got
I can do whatever I want and then hold my hands up and I'm out.
With it, yeah, I feel that with the side chick, if there's a better term, like someone tell us.
I think I know what
I
term.
feel they give more than the male equivalent. Like the male equivalent is just like physical at best.
He's come for one thing.
Like,
he's giving her one
I don't know
thing.
if there's money involved. Like there's that.
Yeah,
It's usually not like a massive like emotional commitment. But with like some of these women that have been around, they're cooking,
they give you
cleaning, giving man car to drive,
massages,
money, massages,
credit, giving man credit.
All sorts. Yeah.
Can you give someone credit?
So it's
I'll take this out for you.
Yeah.
Stuff,
stuff's getting
you
bought.
can get a car on me, like, and it will look like it's yours. You know how that's given.
Brazy.
That's very given.
So I feel like with the side chick, it's a big commitment, man. And I feel like they play their part
way better
than the male equivalent.
The light bulb moment I had was there is a term there's an official term for a side trick. It's a mistress.
Yeah.
I had this moment. I was there's historical context. Like, this has been a thing, and that's probably why it's more of a thing.
I prefer mistress, even though it's the connotation of the meaning of the word.
Mistress sounds like professional, like
crazy. She knows what she's doing.
Mistress,
whereas
she knows him.
Side chick sounds it's
side chick's a little bit messy,
slightly demeaning, a little. You're not sort of you seem or you come across as not considered within this weird three-way equation.
But sorry, I say that to say there's not a male equivalent. There's a man it's just been happening, but
mistress.
That sounds mad.
It just keeps happening. Yeah, it just happens.
So yeah,
it's one of those under the radar things, man. Which because they're all things which shouldn't exist in it, really.
Yeah.
But will exist.
They will continue to currently do. But yeah, it's a mad one. I don't think that you'll get a guy going on CZ Mill show saying, I stuck it out. I was once the side man and like I wifed, like now she's my wife, mother of my kid. Like probably not, man.
Yeah, not everything translates like across the gender lines. I don't think.
No. Very scary.
Interesting.
Y'all be safe, man.
Yeah, be safe. I think that's that. You know. Do you, man, have any bring-ins?
Do you have a lunchbox?
I don't think I do.
Nah, I don't think I have one. Nah, not bringing this week, man.
Okay. I've got one. My bringing is from Kodak Black's latest album called Cutthroat Bill Volume 1. And the song I'm bringing in is called Hop Out and Shoot. Positive music.
Yeah. Wonder what that's about. He's not a photographer, is he? He's a paparazzi. I don't have a bring. You don't have one?
No. One thing we didn't talk about, and not to keep the episode going, but is Drake's slight reference or play on words, double entendre to Meg Thee Stallion.
What does he say?
The
I
shooting?
don't think I've noticed it.
Oh yeah, hear it.
I'm gonna paraphrase the bar, but I think Dan will know it. It's girl. She's lying about our shots, but she's still a stallion. Or she's lying about shots, but she's still a stallion. Something like that. I'm fucking it up.
That doesn't sound like a good bar.
So the bar is this bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
But then the bar after that is she don't even get the job, but she's still laughing.
Yes.
Or something like that. And they got a lot of shit yesterday. Or Drake got a lot of shit for it. Which was interesting, because I kind of thought it's rare for him to do or say something that will trip him up.
Oh, like the messy stuff.
Yeah, because he's quite. I liken Drake to
Good PR, man.
Jay-Z in the sense that they know everything that's happening, and they're very switched on, and they don't
really get in any kind of tangles.
They don't get into the mess. And if you hear about anything that's happened, it's usually through music more often than not, and they don't usually slip up on with bars that would get people questioning stuff. I'm pretty sure there's probably been one or two over the years, but this one in more recent times seems like one that's a bit like you probably want to stay away from, even if your intention isn't to take shots.
Yeah, is it just a play on words or?
Yeah, and even if it is just if it's just a play on words, it's
that's the out.
Probably something you might want to give a miss.
That's the out. He's got the out in it. It's like there's a bit of duality to what he's saying.
It's messy though. It's very messy. I'd probably stay clear if I was him of dropping this, but the bar actually makes sense.
Standalone.
But it's kind of like, why would you? Like, this topic is
things
still
is boy though,
ongoing,
man. Tories actually them man.
They've hooked it
that
back
whole
up.
situation, I feel like the media, the mainstream media.
When is that going to trial? Because that is
because I feel like it's not what anybody thought it was, but it's being like quite hush hush. The truth,
she actually
it's being quite
responded
hush
to it
hush
as well.
to the Drake's thing. Saying,
I'd have to find the tweets, but she's basically saying like, you don't know the story, like people taking shots and saying this and that, like putting someone down, some other stuff as well.
Interesting, but yeah, I think there's more to that story, and I hope it eventually comes out. I just feel like everything wasn't what it seemed at all.
Very, very messy.
But yeah, all will eventually come out in the wash and be revealed. And yes, that was episode 261.
Yes.
I don't think we said it at the start.
No.
That's how
more
confident
important
we are.
things to talk about, like generational wealth.
Come on. The important stuff.
Let's get it.
It's the Mandem podcast.
Keep it locked.